Hey guys, Casual Chrono here. In this video, we are going to do a little bit of a status update on where I am pursuing characters. Then I am going to pull for the newest character, Nenah. Hopefully we'll get her, but we'll see. Haven't had the greatest luck lately. And then I am, regardless of the pulls, I'm going to treat myself and Stellar Awaken one of the older characters in the game. So, first things first, status update. I still have all of the altar characters, yay. I've been running my red keys and green keys daily, keeping track of all of the drops and everything. I've been posting that monthly on Reddit, another Eden's Reddit, if you are curious to see. As far as what I am missing, I only have 2 treatises. Komachi, I have 3 now, which means I could always run off to Nopal and buy 2 more. Myris has 3 as well, so I could get her basically whenever I want. Raven is the slacker with only 1 prophet treatise having dropped lately. Well, at all. Xion Altar has 3, so I could get him at some point. Of course, none of them would be Stellar Awakened, which is a bit of a sad thing. I have 4 Sweet Lady treatises, so 200 Nopal gems, and I would gain her. And then, during all of my runs, I did finally get enough, and in fact, it looks like I have 1 extra now, to get Xion ES. And, oh geez, who was the other character? Nope. Oh. Dewey. I have enough to get his ACAS, Alter Another Style character. I knew there was 1 more. So that is kind of where I'm at. Really, at this point in the game, I still can't get Raven, and I still can't get the 2 of them. But other than those 3 characters, plus of course the characters I'm missing, which is still the same ones, Levia, Sazanka, Mazrika, and Kagurame, I do have access to all of the characters. However, that list of 4 characters might include Nenah if I don't happen to pull any version of her. So, as you can see, I don't have that many free stones. What I like to do for brand new characters, I like to do 5 pulls. The reason for that is there's really no reason for 5. The Arachne tome I could always just go and farm for, but I figure 5 chances at a brand new character. Why not? The drop rates in this game are quite horrible, as many of you know. I have a 99.2% chance of not getting a 5-star and a 98.8% chance of not getting Nenah at all. Why they still stick with those ridiculously small rates, I don't know. Even if you throw money at this game, if we go to the paid banner. You get a 10% chance. Yay. And of course, with the Star Trail drops, you can get a few more chances, but even with the Star Trail drops, they don't appear Stellar Awakened. I don't think, anyway. The Nenah Star Trail drop. Basically, every 10,000 stones you use, you get a drop. And I think the drops have a 10% chance of getting the character, but it's not Stellar Awakened, which I don't. There is no way in this game to spend money and guarantee a character minus the STE that comes around very rarely. Honestly, they should probably have that once a month now. But anyway, enough of that. You all know the rates and you play the game anyway. Same with me. So what we are going to do first is do 5 pulls for Nenah. If I get any form of her at all, even if it's a 4-star, I will immediately stop and save the stones for the future. So, let's see what happens on pool number 1. And we start with a silver door. Oh wow, Shangma. Haven't seen her in a door in a long time. So 4 extra shadow points for her. Not really sure what she has. I think I just blew luring drops to get her to 80 because she is pretty powerful. Where are we on? 8 or 9? That must have been 8, so this is 9. So 10th door is Lavinia. Okay. So kind of surprised Shangwa, which does not always happen. Pool number 2. Come on, Nenah. And we're back to the bots. And by that, Kikyo. She hasn't appeared for a while either. I can't remember the last time I got Kikyo. Raven, whose Lost Prophet treatises are dodging me right now. Or Lost Prophet, just regular Prophet. I've lost track again. I think this is door number 10. Nikia. Yep. Alright, so a Kikyo appeared. Again, not one that usually appears in my pools. Pool number 3. Uh-oh. Is it Nenah or is it a spook door? Come on, Nenah. Spook door. But of all the characters I got, I didn't have Izuka AS, which I believe is Starlight. So, disappointed it's not Nenah. I did save 5 chance scripts. Darn. But kind of good, I guess. Alright, let's see what else comes along. Rufus comes along. Uo again. Is that how it's pronounced? Uo? Uo? Nenah? Or Leia? She doesn't appear that often either. I mean, if I didn't have these characters, this wouldn't be a horrible streak of pulls. Alright, so I got a new style. Save 5 chance. Not that I'll ever have enough chance to get everyone. And all their styles and all their extra styles and everything else. Alright, 2 more pulls, then I'm done. And even if I had more stones, I would still be done. I just kind of set a limit, and I stick with it. Very hard to do sometimes. Nikia. Another silver door. Brino. And back to the regular doors. Knight. Another knight. Bot. Alright, this is looking more like the pulls I've had in the past. Was that a string of 6 of them? Wow. Nenah! I got her. 4-star, but you know what? I got her. Oh, she has a little kitten. I got Nenah. Not Stellar Awakened. Do not care. As a free-to-play player, I will take what I can get, and that's what I got. So that means I have a cutscene to watch.
Hi there. So, where am I? And how did I get here? Oh, duh, of course. I'm probably dreaming again. That's gotta be it. right? Then I guess I don't have to be so nervous. You're not real, and this isn't real, so... Hi, I'm Nenah, a fashion designer.
Oh, I forgot it wasn't on auto.
This is Minette.
No,
You can call her Mimi.
there's no
That's
auto.
what I do anyway. Yeah.
Minette, but short. It's Mimi for short. Okay. That's what she does.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like it's time to wake up. I guess maybe see you around? If you're also in the real world, that is.
Okay. So I have Nenah. Yay. And it took me 4,000 stones, so I'm going to save the other 1,000 and start collecting for the next new character. Now, right now, there is a campaign. Oh, let me go ahead and snag those. Faded Star, High Class Scrolls. Through September 30th, we're getting an extra 50 stones a day. So one of the reasons I went ahead and pulled was because I knew I could kind of replenish my Crono stones a little bit. It is September 27th when I'm recording this. It took me a little while to get up to 5,000 stones. So I have a few more days of that. And, you know, just usual plain. You get about, you know, several stones a day. Still haven't watched all of my ads as well. So I figure, hopefully, since they just released a new character, I'm guessing the next brand new character won't be for at least a month or two. I say that, and the developers just released almost 2 back-to-back brand new characters, which none of us were expecting. So we'll see, but I'm hoping I have a little bit of time to build up the stones. AS styles, ES styles, Alter AS, and I guess there aren't any Alter ES styles yet, but all the things that can be upgraded through treatises and codices, I don't bother pulling on the banners. As a free-to-play, I have to make choices, and I will not mind eventually side grading. The only other group of characters I pull for are brand new Alter characters, because if you pull 5 times, you get at least 1 opus through the Star Trails drops. Are there any at the moment? I did my 5 pulls for him. I did not get him, unfortunately. So he is one of the ones I'm still missing. Oh, I need to add him to my list. I don't think I ever did. No, it doesn't look like any others are. So, well, you know what? I got Nenah, 1 out of 2. I'm not the type of person to go back and use the last 1,000 on one of the others. So, all right. Yay. Now that means character quests. Oh well, anyway, next. So my Super Boss teams have not really changed that much since May, and here it is September. My Earth, Water, Fire teams, Thunder teams, and Null teams are all still pretty much the same as they always are. And what you're seeing here are not the official current teams. Like, I sometimes use Yakumo AS, I sometimes don't. Nilia, Melissa is sometimes in there, sometimes she's not, etc. You know, I was just playing around, having fun with the game. The only new teams, Shiguri is new to my Wind team, and he has enhanced it a whole lot. And I think that's really about the only area I've made some significant progress in. My Earth team and Water team, if you've watched my past videos, are both very weak compared to the others. Wind is probably my strongest. Fire and Thunder do excellent damage. Crystal can hold their own, not quite as powerful as the others, but not bad. And the Null Magic team, Shanghua, just by not having that many hits in her attacks, this team is starting to feel its age, but it's still really good. So, when I have the opportunity to really sit down and have some time to evaluate my teams, I kind of have to sit here and think, what's wrong with these teams? Why aren't Earth and Water doing as much damage as all the rest? And for the most part, it just boils down to skills. The main damage dealers, Epée de Sanction, for example, it's a single attack that attacks once. Compare that to Izuna, whose attack, Thundercrack, attacks 5 times. And so when you start thinking about combo rates, how many times it hits in an AF burst and so forth, currently the strongest teams are the ones that can produce the most number of hits. So that is, at the moment, I believe, why Earth and Water are so weak. Falmina is my main damage dealer. She does 1 attack. Shannon Alter is my 1 damage dealer. She does 1 attack. And the others aren't really helping much either. They don't have multiple hits as well. Now, my Earth team at least has a good tank. Bertrand, whether you like him or hate him, I do think his Stellar Awakened self, I guess, is a pretty strong tank. He has naturally high amount of health. His stellar skill, he can barrier pierce, not that he's doing much damage, but he can stack iron walls, gain damage barriers, restore hit points. In Stellar Burst, he can actually get a 100% damage barrier till the end of the turn. He does all the things that you need a tank to do. Yes, there's better tanks out there, but for an Earth tank, he's not horrible, in my opinion. Whoops, wrong way. Water. I've said it probably for years now. Dunrith Alter has been the go-to water tank, and I hate that. Why do I hate that? Well, first of all, you have physical damage, physical damage, physical damage, and then a magic damage dealer. He doesn't really jive so much with the party. Now, he does have some skills that you can kind of pick and choose based on your team. So the Iliad and the Odyssey, Ilias and Odysseia. If he's with a magic-heavy team, he can sing Ilias and improve the party's intellect, whereas Odysseia, when he sings, he can improves the party's power. So it doesn't fully matter that he doesn't quite jive with my current team, because he can buff them. However, that means he sings. And when he sings, he takes double damage. You don't want tanks taking double damage. You want tanks to survive. So by the act of singing, he basically makes himself weaker. Now, he does have the critical guard effect, which depends on luck. And when he's in Sacred Water stance and singing, that does give him 120 extra luck. So that's nice. That does reduce his damage intake. I'm not sure if it really fully nullifies the double damage, but it helps. But the other thing is, if he's singing and I have to do an AF burst, he's not contributing at all. He's not attacking. He's not extending the AF burst. I'm basically doing a 3-person burst. So, and not only that, because he wants luck, when I gear him as a tank, this is what I've used in the past, he has such low health, and remember, he's taking double damage. If I give him a luck badge, which is what I really want to do, plus 60 luck, for example, because he doesn't have a huge amount of luck. If he had a 60 luck badge, that would put him at 308. And then if he sings, that puts him at 420 if he's in an Awakened Water Zone, which is still far short of the 500 luck you need to basically cap his damage reduction. And then you need something that gives a physical critical rate of 100% to make sure his critical guard goes off 100% of the time. So, long story, tangent short, Dunrith Alter I've never really warmed up to as a tank. He doesn't do good. He doesn't jive well. He doesn't extend AF bursts. He's going to be squishy either because I shortchange him on luck or I shortchange him on health. Well, recently, Annabelle has gotten a Stellar Awakening. And for all intents and purposes, from what I'm reading on Reddit and just from the eyeball test, she's a pretty strong tank. She gains critical guard with her stellar skill, so she will need luck as well, and does take a lot of MP. During a stellar burst, she gains more tools that help her survive and a regen. She stacks up her own health, and she wants to be with water allies. She is a physical tank. She also is a slash tank, so she can reduce the enemy's power. See that? And she can inflict rage. She gets a counterattack, and when she is attacked, she restores health and MP to the team. So she's basically like a Radius AS, only for water instead of fire. And then she has, other things that improve physical resistance, magic resistance, and so forth. So she has all the tools she needs to be a good tank. Because she's an old character and I pull her a lot, I actually used to use her a long, long time ago. Before I knew how to build teams, I just saw, oh, she's a tank. Okay. But over the years of playing, she has 156 light, which means if I Stellar Awaken her, the entire board becomes available. So she'll gain even more health, and she'll gain more MP. She'll gain levels up to 100, and then all the health and extra stats that come with that. So I think she is a worthwhile reason to go and blow some gems. So that's what we're going to do. What I did, I looked at my water team. I identified 2 weaknesses to the water team. The tank sucks, and I don't have multi-hit damage situations. Well, I have the opportunity right now to correct one of those. So that is exactly what we're going to do. I have 1,800 gems saved up. Paladin star charts, I just need 2 of them, so I still have enough gems that I could awaken someone else, or if they release the news that someone else is about to be awakened this week, I do have the gems for that. Always keep a little bit spared, just in case. Alright, Paladin star chart, make sure. Annabelle's, I don't want to buy the wrong one. Alright, so that means we go to Annabelle. She was already 5-star before the patch hit, so whenever that happens, you already start off with 1 awakening. So, do not use all Cosmos star charts on the older characters. Use the ones that you buy in No Pal's Emporium. That would be bad. So there's 3. Yes, I want to awaken. And yay. And it's rare that I can do this because I rarely have 80 stellar points, but check that out. She now has 6,600 base health, and that's at level 80. I always like to get my Stellar Awakened characters up to 81. I have 19 more levels where her health will continue to go up. And then, of course, I haven't even equipped her with anything other than her manifest weapon, and she is part of my water team. She was just a Grasta holder, but now she's about to move into a tank role instead. So I now have Stellar Awakened Annabelle, who early indications on Reddit seem to agree that she is a pretty good tank. If you don't have a tank at all, now, will she fit into every single group? No, she'd be best in water teams, or if you need a tank, slash teams probably. But she does appear on paper to be a pretty good tank overall, and I'm going to be very excited to try her out soon. She might be one of the ones that I do a character development video on sooner than later, just because I do have a long history of using her, and I'm really excited to try her out now. Which means now my key farming team, it's usually Cesta plus characters that I am trying to either level or get points for. Underworld is being very stingy about its last shadow point. And I just got... I'll go ahead and show off right now. Why not? I'm in a good mood. Fine, got her to 255. I just finished her up yesterday. So, yay. Fine, maxed out. She's my second character. She and Aldo are my only 255 characters in the game. So, then I was looking at all the other free characters, and Nenah, she has 50 points. You never know if maybe she'll get a Stellar Awakening in the future. I think that would be awesome. And if she ever does, I want to be ready, so I want to get her up to at least 80. Most of my other characters are already at 80. So, all right. Well, that was pretty good overall, considering the low drop rate. I was able to get Nenah, so that is secure. I did it in under 5,000 gems, so I got to save a little for next time. And I now have Stellar Awakened Annabelle. So I'm going to get to leveling and running my red keys, green keys, and yeah, so good day. I will get to some more videos this weekend, and I should be able to get to a lot more next weekend because we have a little fall break going. So I have 4 days off coming up. I'm going to get a few more in at that point. Hope this helps. Casual Crono, signing out.